If you have questions for Davion, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, Jerry Tipton, we'll begin with you.
Davion, I hope I can ask too. How would you characterize the impact Keion made on the game?
You watched the game, you saw it. Like he gave us a whole different element to the game. I mean, Keion was amazing today. It was super fun. Like I'm speechless, really. It was amazing.
Jeff Drummond, we'll come to you next.
Jerry kind of had mine, but I'm curious, Davion, had you seen anything in practice that really made you think he could have a big a game as he did today?
Yeah, I mean, Keion was he's been having good practices. Like he's, been easing in, but like not to discredit his practices, but it was nothing like the game. Like the game, he just turned to a different switch. So I mean, that was amazing. We were kind of just testing him, seeing what he could do. We knew he played well, but we didn't know that he would come in and make the big of an impact that he did. So I mean, that's just credit to his work in the rehab and the guys that's been helping him throughout this stretch. Rob has been doing a good job with him.
John Hale, you're next.
Davion, coach said that he learned kind of on the way to the arena that you guys wanted to kneel during the anthem today. Can you just talk us through a little bit why you came to that decision and what your conversations were like as players?
Yeah, a lot of people see what's going on right now, and we kind of speaks for itself. And that was just our statement of what's going on in America at this time.
Kyle Tucker, we'll head to you next.
Yeah, Davion, you talked a lot already about Keion, but I wonder how strange it is for a guy that really doesn't practice in the 5-on-5 anyway with you guys until 2-3 days ago to jump in and play like that within the group, and it's not the same group he was with last year. How challenging is that, and how much more can he help you once you guys all kind of know how to play with each other?
Tremendously. I mean, Kentucky prepared him. Like this is different. I mean, he spent his 1 year here, so I mean, it's not like he has like pressure on him. He told me before the game, like, yo, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. Like I have nothing to lose. I'm just blessed to be playing right now. And once I saw that he had that attitude, I'm like, okay, good day for Keion, and he did. So I mean, I think, and honestly, he hasn't even been able to practice with some of like the first group and kind of get a feel. But I mean, he just fell right in. He just fell right in, and he was rolling. So hopefully we can keep that going. I'm super proud of him, and I'm happy for him.
John Clay, we'll go to you next.
Davion, how have you guys gone from a team that was pretty much stuck in single digits in assists? You had a second half earlier in the year where you didn't have a single assist, to a team that had 18 assists tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like I was preaching earlier, like in the beginning of the year, just stay patient with us. Just give us time. Let us figure this thing out. And I kept using those same words because I knew that it would all come together. Like, that's all it took. I mean, we got our war wounds and we went out battling in a couple of losses that we had. But I mean, now this is a new team. This is a new year, new team, and we're just gonna keep battling and keep having fun out there.
Larry Bond, we'll come to you next.
Yeah, Davion, could you just talk a little bit about, was it just because Keion's in the game and what he could bring maybe from a leadership point on the court that it seemed like everybody played well? Was that just a coincidence, or do you attribute a lot of that to Keion as well?
Yeah, I mean, I attribute it to, the focus that the guys have had throughout practice. I attribute it to the game plan that the coaches have, prepared for us, a lot of film, like they've really been keying in. And then, of course, I mean, Keion Brooks makes an impact on this team, and it was huge. And so, yeah, I mean, with him being out there, it just makes, everything much easier. And, you do have another leader out there, someone who's been through the rain, knowing what they're doing. And, it kind of gave me a comfort just being out there when I passed him the ball. I'm like, oh, God, that's Keion. Okay, he's about to do something good with it. And, it just is what it is right now.
Chris Leach, we'll come to you next.
Hey, Davion, going back to you all kneeling for the anthem, is that something that you think could continue going forward, or a one-time situation? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we just have to keep discussing as a team. We meet as a team, we talk, And, that's really special for us because everyone comes in and everyone shares their opinion. It's not like we just have one or two guys or just a coach. Like, we meet as a team, we talk, we share our stories, we, relate to each other. And we have guys who really listen, and then we make a decision from there. And then our coaches just support us.
Lonnie Demery, we'll go to you next.
Keion, talk about you talked about Keion somewhat. However, the way he played on both ends of the court, and the way you all as a team played on both ends of the court, do you feel like that is a springboard for you all to reach greater heights and maybe perhaps find out where your ceiling is? And at the same time, do you know where your ceiling is at this point?
Honestly, we don't know. I know it's pretty high, and we're just striving for that every game. We're focusing now, just one game. We're not going to try to get too far ahead of ourselves. Just want to know every game that we have. And so right now our focus is past this game, and we're just really focused on, I think, Alabama next on Tuesday, and then we'll just go from there every day. And, right now I know that we do have something special. I just listening and the way I felt, and just like everyone had so much fun today. Like, it was so many emotions. It was amazing out there. And I think we're just going to keep going from there.
Okay, well, there's 2 more questions. Jerry Tipton, you're up first, and then Kyle Tucker.
Davion, I was listening to what you said about the, maybe continuing the kneeling, and you guys all talked about your experiences and so on. What do you think of the idea that talking that way and everything was part of the bonding process of bringing you guys, uniting you as a unit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that can attribute to it. Like, just talking, having those conversations. I mean, anytime you're discussing things, if it matter if it's basketball, if it's personal stories, or you're just getting together, hanging out, I mean, that's just building a bond for us and helping us, become more sensitive to each other and just understanding each other. And so definitely, I think those conversations help. And, we're just going to continue having them because it's working.
Kyle Tucker, finish us off.
Yeah, Davion, you said, new year, new team. It feels like in some ways for you all, if you wanted to hit a restart, all the circumstances kind of aligned for that to sort of mentally flip that switch. You've got a new year, you've got the start of conference play, you have Dante all of a sudden emerging as a guy you can count on, and then Keion comes back. Do you feel like all of those things together, just in guys' minds, made it easier to just say whatever happened before this was not really us, and now this is kind of us moving forward?
Oh yeah, and I mean, we wouldn't trade any of those losses for anything. Like, I know there's a few we should have won, we should have came and got, but man, I wouldn't want it any other way. We took our 6 bumps, and we're just gonna keep rolling from there. I got the All-Star behind me. I don't know if y'all can see him. Thank God he's healthy, he's doing good, but man, I love this team. I love what we're doing, and I wouldn't trade anything that has happened this season.
All right, thank you, Davion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll have Keion here in just a second. If you want to go ahead and raise your hand.
All right, guys, we got Keion Brooks here for you.
Larry Vaught, lead us off.
Keion, congratulations. Quite a game back. I mean, is this even better than you could have ever imagined, or is this kind of just what you thought you could do?
I've always believed in my ability to come back and play well. I was constantly working out, staying in great shape. I have to give a huge shout out to Coach, our strength coach, Rob Harris. I don't even like calling him a strength coach. He's way more than that. Not only did he do a great job of keeping me in shape, but he also, I spent a lot of time with him, so he was always in my ear, making sure I was staying positive. And, the conversations that we had, he really helped me get through what I was going through.
Kyle Tucker, we'll go to you next.
Keion, how much do you feel like sort of all of the events of, New Year, conference play begins, Dante emerges, and now you have come back? Does it feel like for guys maybe made it easier to mentally push the reboot button and kind of flush everything that happened before and approach it like, okay, this is the team that we're going to be going forward?
Yeah, I could always tell slowly but surely we were heading in the right direction. especially with the new year, people make resolutions and things like that to, kind of reset their mind and reboot themselves. And I give this whole team credit. Everybody came in with a new mindset to, we're going to continue to push through, play together, make the right plays, and trust our coaching staff that they put us in a position to win every night.
Jerry Tipton will come to you next.
Yeah, and we asked Coach Cal and also Davion about you guys taking a knee for the anthem, and I immediately thought of the video that you helped put together. Can you describe the process of doing that and what message you guys were hoping to send?
I mean, I think the message pretty much stands for itself. We just came together as the leaders of the team, me, Davion, and Olivier. We decided, this was something that we wanted to do to take a stand against what we're seeing in the world today. And we brought it to Coach, and Coach was with us. And it's great to have, the head man in charge backing you with everything you do. So that's how that went down.
John Hale will come to you next.
Just to follow up on that, Keion, to clarify, what particularly happened for this game? Was it what happened at the Capitol earlier this week? Was it something else that made you all want to do that now?
It's a lot of stuff that goes on every day that we knelt for. The Capitol, that stuff had a part to play in it, but there's some other things that that we don't see that go on every day that that are unacceptable and that we want to take a stand against.
Chris Leach, we'll head to you next.
Keion, Isaiah also had a good game alongside you tonight. I was wondering what you thought of the way he played and what you've seen from him the last couple of weeks.
It's crazy. It's the first time I've actually been on the floor with a lot of these guys. And what surprised me about Isaiah, which I already knew, but it's different when you're out there on the floor with him, is how high of a basketball IQ he has. He's a great passer. Obviously, just watching, you can tell he protects the rim. He's a shot blocker. But, he just gives us a different element as far as being able to, pass the ball out of the post. When he catches around the rim, he's finishing. So it felt good to finally get out there, and play with a whole bunch of guys that, quite frankly, I've never played with before.
John Wong will go to you next.
Keion, there seemed to be a lot of diving on the floor for loose balls today, a lot of floor burns. Was that something intentional that you all had prioritized, or was that just due to the situation of the game?
That's something we prioritize. We do a drill, we dive on the ball every day. And earlier in the year, some guys were a little hesitant, which is to be understandable. You're not always asked to do things like that when you're in high school. And here we have a different standard of, we're going to win those 50-50 balls every single chance we get. So, we mix it up a little bit, and we got a couple of them.
Lonnie Murray, go to you next.
Keion, some of the leadership qualities you've shown, with, for instance, when you came out and was a spokesman for the team, and also what Davion Mintz said, you said to him going before you went out on the court about how free and easy you're going to go out and play and have fun. Do you think that was a big contributor as to the way everybody played today? Because it seemed Leon on both ends of the course, this was definitely the best game you all have played this year. Can you talk about that a minute, about your leadership, what you think you bring to the team?
You hit the nail on the head, my leadership. I just try to, bring energy, and hopefully my energy is infectious to my teammates. They also did a great job of, sticking with me the whole time when I was hurt. So, I didn't want to go out there and let them down, not playing to their standard, not being, as engaged as they are, not having as much energy as they would have. So it works both ways. My leadership was really just dependent on them and them allowing me to be a leader. And it went well tonight.
Tristan Ferris, we'll go to you next.
Hey, Keion. Cal said you all pushed the coffin open today, quote unquote. So were you all trying to send a message to the country, to everybody that's doubted you, even with the 4-6 record? And what is that message?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cal said you all pushed the coffin open today. Were you all trying to send a message to the country? What was that message you're all trying to send out, or to the rest of the SEC?
You know, a lot of people they couldn't wait for us to have a down year. You know, we struggled early, and a lot of people started to write us off, but it was early, and we played a heck of a schedule for having a whole bunch of team with guys who never even played for Cal before. But, you know, coach made sure we were ready. We kept fighting through, and, you know, a lot of people try to throw a lot of dirt on us and bury us, but we're going to keep fighting. We're not going to go away.
Yeah, we have time for two more. Larry Vaught, and then Jerry Tipton, you'll finish us off.
Keion, I thought one of the interesting things that Coach Calipari was talking about, he said that when you're on the floor now, you take pressure off the coaches with your leadership on the floor. I'm not sure I've ever heard a coach say anything exactly like that. What does that kind of mean to you to know he said that?
I've been saying this for a while. You know, my teammates they have said how much that they miss me on the floor, and just me being able to, you know, me playing for Cal before, I can kind of navigate some of the struggles that they had. And to me, it's just as simple as like I've been telling my teammates for a long time when I was out, like I don't want to come in and my focus is not scoring or getting assists or getting rebounds. I literally just want to go in the game and say, guys, calm down. We're going to be okay. That's literally all I wanted to do. And they've done a good job of, you know, allowing me to, you know, lead them and help them go in the right direction. And like I said, it's just that simple. Just calm down. We're going to be fine. It's a long game.
All right, Jerry Tipton, finish us off.
Yeah, Keion, Davion said that you two spoke before the game and you told him you were going to just go out there and have fun. There wasn't going to be any pressure on you. Why did you say that? What did you want him and maybe others to get from that?
I mean, what did I have to lose? I haven't played a collegiate game in almost a year. I was out for 3 months. I was just thankful that I was able to go back out there and play. So I didn't want to add any extra pressure on myself to, you know, try to play so well that I end up messing up or, you know, throwing the game off. And I try to preach that to the rest of my teammates. Like, at the end of the day, just have fun. That's what we're out here to do. Enjoy the game. And like I said before, just take the pressure off yourself and just enjoy every second you're out there.
Congratulations on the win, Keion. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. All y'all take care.